Okay, welcome everybody on this presentation session that entitled Past and the Future Land Cover Change Trends Implication on Biodiversity, the keys of Kore's agricultural landscape of southern Ethiopia. We want to come to this background of the study. As we know, globally recognized alarming rate of land use land cover change is anthropogenic driven, where mainly it is primarily motivated by the need of communities to grow economically. However, this change had consequences, adverse consequences on the environment, especially on biodiversity, thus compromises ecosystem services, especially in the provision services where agriculture is set as main ecosystem services that we are obtained from our environment. As sustained mankind welfare depends on the wise use of natural assets. Scholars have been made incurred efforts searching for a way minimizing the effect of land use land cover change on our pristine environment. Due to the nature of land use land cover drivers, as well as drivers differ based on the sites, as well as the communal settlement of the specific community, the ongoing land use change keep up challenging the sustainability of our natural environment. Thus, land use cover has become important in the management of landscape, especially in response to biodiversity loss, which have a direct link with ecosystem services, whereas a provision sector agriculture is its settlement. Since there is lack of sound land use planning and management at the city landscape level due to evidence gap, loss of biodiversity-led agricultural produce decline is evident. Thus, this study aimed to quantify the past and the future land use change trend, focusing on its biodiversity implication in Koore's agricultural landscape of southern Ethiopia. Methods. As this research is based or adopt a mixed research approach which has incorporated both qualitative and quantitative data. For the qualitative quantitative data purpose have different sources, where the first one is imagery acquisition. For this data, for this purpose, thematic mapper and enhanced thematic mapper plus image has been accused from American Geological Survey Station fairly, where ancillary data had been also accessed from relevant institutions as well as the studies landscape social or community settlements, where in order to analyze the especially imagery Landsat image, ArcGIS and imaginary IRDAS imaginary 50 have been used, where in order to come up at last result, image pre-processing and post classification standard techniques had been adopted. Finally, in order to analyze the socio-economic drivers of land use land cover change in the steady landscape, the social survey had been undertaken, then relative importance index analysis also undertaken. In order to predict the future impact of land use land cover change on biodiversity, just cellular automata Markov check model has been adopted. When we come to the result of the study, here as this figure shows that the study has been analyzed past 3 decades geosatellite images for the study landscape, where it is referencing or initial year is started from 1990, then 1920, the gap between 50 years, then after 1920, and the projection had been or modeling had been undertaken for 2030. According to the result of the geospatial data analysis, here the land use land cover classification data giving us different 10 land use land classes, where from this agroforestry, bare land, built up, and annual cultivation land has shown progressive increments in the past 3 decades, as well as also as the projection or prediction has been then business as usual scenario, just also it is rising up fashion in the projection period, where bare land built up also showed this trend in this study. When we come to agroforestry, just is also showed incremental change from the initial referencing time of the study up to the end over the projection or prediction period of the study. This on 4 types of land use land cover changes what we have observed: agroforestry, bare land, built up, as well as annual cultivation. Agricultural lands are all human-induced or disturbed land use types. When we come to the pristine or natural environment parts of our land use land cover classification, as it is indicated here by the downwarding arrow, bush or shrubland, forest land, grassland, wetland, and woodland is also showed a shrinkage pattern of trend over the study periods. This indicates that this anthropogenically induced land use types increment is achieved at the expense of natural environment. As we know, natural environments like forest, grassland, wetland, woodland, also others are very, very important land use types in order to enhance the sustainability of our environment in our landscape. So the continuous decrease that had been observed in the natural environment system it is our implication on biodiversity. When we come to the implication of the study regarding to this, as a rapid population grows